Viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a video on how to add a signature to your Gmail. I had a very special friend that asked me how to do this, so I'm going to show her and you how to do this very easily in Gmail. So just from your desktop on your PC or your iMac, we're in Gmail, yeah, you're in your inbox. So there's kind of two settings, yeah, and it's a little confusing, maybe not so intuitive in terms of finding out where to do this. If you go to if the first thing that people tend to do is click on the sort of icon there, and you get this manage your Google account, and if you go here, it's going to try and manage your account. This is not where you want to go to, and this is confusing, and people try and figure that out, right? So what you want to do is you want to actually click on the settings, which is kind of just at the top of your email in the right hand corner. You go to settings, and if you scroll down, you will see a settings tab there. So you want to click on that, and you should see a screen that looks something similar to this. You'll see general, labels, accounts, import, all that good stuff. So you can actually, there's a whole bunch of different things here you can actually go tweak and play around with and take a look at. But we want to do some signature, set up our signatures for this account. So if you want to go down, if you scroll down on general, the general tab, you go down and you should see a section that says signature here, just kind of at the bottom here, and you'll see typically there isn't a signature, right? So now there's kind of two signatures you can create. One is for new emails and one is for reply. You can use them for both, one signature for both, or you can create a different signature for one for reply and one for new emails. It's up to you. But let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to do that, and I will show you the difference in terms of the replying one versus a new email one. So we're going to go ahead and create one. We're going to just call it something. The name is irrelevant. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it signature 1, signature 2. And in this case, I'm just going to call it tech tips 1. We're going to create, you'll notice in this first little box, it's created a signature, the first signature, and you have a opportunity to create more signatures. So you can probably have unlimited signatures, but you probably just need a few or just one. And we can go ahead and create a second one here. Create tech tips 2. We can say maybe reply, so we know this is going to be the reply signature, so we know what that is for, right? So, well, let's tech tips 1. We could do something like we just put some dots here, and we'll put 2 tech tips. You can put your job title. I'm going to put your YouTube content creator. You can put like if you're for business, or your email address. You could put stuff like put to say tech tips for beginners. You could do something like that if you'd like. Type thing. You put your website, your URL, whatever you'd want. So it automatically, in the most part, will save. I'll show you. We will go down here and click save once we're done. But I believe this section actually does save. And if we click on tech tips 2, I'm just going to show you something similar, and we can just put here reply, so we know it's a reply signature. You're obviously not going to put reply or anything here, but let's say you want to have something slightly different in your replies versus new emails. New emails, you're kind of starting off. Maybe on a reply, we would say something. Again, I'm just going to put your reply so we can see the difference. But in fact, one would just, and maybe on your reply, you just want to have just your name, tech tips in this case, or just put your name. That's all you want. I'm just going to put your reply so we know it's a reply one. Actually, we don't have to. Let's do that. Why not? It'll be a good way to display it. Okay, and you can do that. Just so we know, if we click on that, we know this is our main one. If we create a new email, we'll see this one. And if we do a reply, we'll just see maybe our name. So it's up to you. And then just underneath, before you actually go ahead and save that, you'll notice at the bottom here we'll have, for new emails, We want to use Tech Tips 1 in this case, and like I said, you can use the same one if you'd like, or in this case, just for this example, we're going to use the reply. And then you can say insert signature before quoted text in replies and remove the minus lines that precedes it. I'm going to leave that as unchecked for now. I don't really need that, but if you want to test and play around with that, you can do that. And as you can see, there's other stuff like vacation responders and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and save the changes. And you should be back at your inbox. And let's go ahead and create a new email here. So you'll notice straight away when I created a new email, it has already put whatever I put in my email address. It looks like it's already put a couple of dots here. It probably detects that I have a signature. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in there and edit my signature here quick. I'm going to just remove the dots in this case because they already put something there. I don't want to have double dots there or double lines. So again, let's just remove that. We don't need that. Just keep that as simple. Save changes, and let's go ahead and create another email. And you'll notice it already puts 2 lines there, so it looks a little bit neater. You may be able to configure that. I wonder if you can actually configure that. I can go take a look. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and send an email here quick. So Tech Tip for beginners. And we're going to go, this is a test message to myself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and send that. Okay, there it is. I will get the message. And as you can see, there's my email. And it's got my signature right at the bottom. So very easy to do and configure. And you'll notice now, if I do a reply on this, you'll notice that only my Tech Tips reply, only well, this is the second reply obviously, but it only has my name there at the end. So you can send that there, right? And let me I just want to go back in there anyway. Settings. So maybe I will go ahead and click this one here. Insert signature before quoted text. So I think that's probably a good idea. That'll put it right at the top versus right at the end. I think that's probably a good idea. And then I wanted to see if insert signature for quoted text in replies and remove the dash line that precedes it. So let's see what that actually does. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just save that again. Okay, so let's go here and let's do a reply. And then it puts it at the top, which is nice, but it doesn't actually put the dots, the 2 lines, which I don't really like there. So let's go ahead back in there. So I don't think, I like the idea that you have that, but it doesn't actually give you an option for that line. So I'm going to go ahead and edit my signature here. And in this case, I'm going to just put the double dots here. So in the first signature, there's nothing. In the second signature, which is my reply, I'm going to have that double line there in the thing. I'll show you what it'll do in a sec. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Let me just delete this one. Okay, so now when I reply, it now puts that double line there, which is exactly what I wanted. Puts me at the top, and it's got my message that I'm replying to underneath. And then for a new email, again, it'll just have, in this case, it also the same thing. It doesn't have that line there, so we'll go ahead and add that back then as well. I thought I would only do it for the reply, but that obviously makes sense. So again, let's put that, in this case I'm just going to go with my 3-dot line since we can edit it, which is kind of nice. I guess that'll turn that off, kind of does it in one change. Okay, so if we hit a new email, there I've got my lines back, 3 lines. And then you've got your signature there. So very easy to follow. I hope you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it does help me out a lot and I do appreciate it. We are a small channel starting out, so I do appreciate subscribers. And yeah, please comment, subscribe and share this video and channel. I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching.